next item on the agenda, the last item before we get to public comment, is item 2007.11.003, the proposed calendar of governing board meetings for 2007. And I noticed from the agenda packet that basically what we have is a calendar. So we're going to have to go through and pick, I guess, what meeting dates that we want. I think we can make it easy by just saying if we, for example, want to meet the first Thursday of every month, which we've normally done. And if, as I mentioned earlier and has been alluded to by others, I would hope that we would consider going to 2 board meetings a month. And I think that this will do 2 things. One, it'll allow the administration to bring things that need attention quickly to us on a quicker fashion. But also, I think what I would hope is that the first board meeting will be here in this building, in this room, and the second board meeting, we will, as I said, go out to the community. One meeting we'll have, say, at South and in Trevor Brown and Maryville, and we will encourage the community to come and talk to us about the issues that are on the agenda. But I will leave that to all of you to comment on and discuss. Are there any comments, questions? Mr. Gallardo?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say I support the idea of going to 2 board meetings per month. I think the idea of going out into the community and meeting not only with those folks that we're serving at the schools, but doing what we can to reach out to the parents. I've said it once, I've said it before, we have done good within our school district in terms of student achievement and in terms of other areas, but we can always do better. And you cannot help but stop and think, how much better would we have done if we would have reached out to parents and gone out to the school districts and reached out to teachers and classified and other folks in the school district. I think it's only when you reach out to other folks and get them involved and working in a collaborative effort that you truly reach success. So I do support the idea of going to 2 board meetings. I have no problem with the first Thursday of each month unless the other members may have an objection to it. But perhaps maybe the first and fourth Thursday of every month, unless someone has an objection to that.
Ms. Coletta?
My concern with doing the Thursdays of the month is that if Thursday's a bad day for somebody, they miss out on both of the board meetings. So my hope is that we could do one maybe on a Thursday and then another on a Tuesday. So that way if people have conflicts, they can allow. I do have a question about when the board meetings start and why we choose to hold the meetings at 7 or 7:30 at night. Is there a particular reason why we do that? And I raise the concern because I'm looking at the clock and it's 9:45, and there's still a room filled with people, and a lot of them have to be up early to be in the classroom tomorrow. And between the board's insightful comments and eloquence and unlimited public speaking opportunities, now we're getting rid of the clock. So I'm wondering if perhaps we need to start at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I'm sorry. On a more serious note, though, I would like us to consider maybe starting it a little early, especially now that we are going to have more discussion and more conversation.
And I don't know if the administration has any comments to that, or if there's any questions.
Mr. President, we will do whatever pleases the board. If you would like to start at 7, it's perfectly fine with us. And if you want to start 7:30 or even 6, whatever you time say is fine with us.
One thing that I would say in regards to Mr. Gallardo, I don't think we want to do the first and fourth Thursday, because then that means we'd be meeting 2 weeks in a row. So I think it should be, whatever we meet should be the first and the third week, whatever, Tuesday, Thursday. So I think, and Dr. Chopra actually has just provided me with a draft calendar for having 2 monthly meetings, one on Thursday and then the alternate on a Tuesday, which Ms. Coletta suggested. So basically what this is the first Thursday of every month, and then the third Tuesday of every month. And, if we want to start at 6 or 7:30, I think it's got a few claps for 6 o'clock.
My only,
Mr. Garrett?
Thank you, Mr. President. My only concern, and we used to wrestle with this issue at Cartwright Elementary School District when I was on that particular board on what time we would start. And I always want to keep in mind what would be the most convenient for parents to get to the board meetings. And unfortunately, sometimes if you start too early, you have parents who are trying to make it to these board meetings. However, they're heading home from work, they're stuck in traffic, they're trying to stop at home. So I always try to think not what's in the convenience of the school board members, but what's in the convenience in terms of parents and getting parents to school board. So sometimes if you start too early, it makes it very difficult for parents and other folks in the community to attend the school board meeting. So, I mean, I have no preference in terms of time, but I just would hate to start too early.
And in response to that, I think maybe what we could do is, normally, a lot of times we'll have executive sessions that start before meetings. Maybe we could have our executive sessions start at 6, with our board meetings starting at 6:30 or 7, depending on how long. We don't have to have a set time, I don't think. We can be flexible on that, but we can work to try and maybe at least move it up by 30 minutes from what we do now. So do we have a motion? Mrs. Brill?
We're recommending every first Thursday and Tuesday.
Well, Ms. Covetta suggested the first Thursday and the third Tuesday, maybe, perhaps?
No, I just suggested an alternative date. I don't know who came up with the third Tuesday, but I like it.
She likes it. So, I don't know if that's works. So do we have a, Ms. Bishop?
But I think I would prefer that we set a definite time, it's either going to be 6:30 or 7, so that everyone in the community knows always that the board is going to meet at 7, as opposed to, well, maybe this week it's going to be 6:30, maybe it's not. It's hard for the public to find out when we meet. We don't have this definite time, so,
Let's take a look.
yeah, I don't care which one it is.
Dr. Moffitt?
Yeah, Mr. President, perhaps we can move the meeting that we're going to have here at the district offices, make it early, and then when we meet out in the community, because we will be encouraging parents to come, and they will know that those meetings are specifically tailored to sort of fit their schedule. Then the second meeting that we have in the month can be the one that has the later hours.
I think that's an excellent idea. So do we want to propose for the meetings that are here, if it's an executive session, it will start at 6, with the board meeting starting at 7, 6:30? 6:30. So at the board, the first meeting of the month will start at 6. If it's an executive session, the regular board meeting will start at 6:30 p.m. with the second board meeting of the month starting at 7:30 or 7? 7. Second board meeting of the month starting at 7. Let me go off, and I think in order for us to approve this, I need to read the dates. Essentially, it's the first Thursday of every month, and that's, as I said, the third Tuesday. So the meetings would be this one, January 11th. The second board meeting, I would propose that we don't have a second board meeting this month, because I think we need time to get that set up. So I would say our next board meeting would be February 1st, with the first remote location meeting that we, I guess we're going to need to decide where that location is going to be, but we don't have to decide that right now. The second meeting would be February 15th. Then the additional meetings would be March 1st.
February 13th. It'll be Tuesday.
I think these dates are wrong, so I think what we'll do is we'll just make the motion. It'll be the first Thursday of every month and the third Tuesday, with the times to say Okay. So do we have a motion in that regard?
First Thursday is February 1st. That's January.
The first first Thursday of every month at 6:30 and the
February
third
1st. And
Tuesday.
then you'll be meeting on the 13th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made by Ms. Bishop and seconded by Mr. Gallardo. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We have a new board schedule. All right.